Well, the next fly is called a reverse spider, and here's what they look like. The reason they're called a reverse spider is that the feather or hackle that you tie on is actually tied on the reverse of the way you would normally tie it. So the first thing that you do is you wrap your thread onto the hook, and you wrap the thread all the way to the hook bend. You need to tie in the tinsel that you'll be using for the rib, and this is a piece of metal tinsel that I have, and you just tie it on and let it extend past the hook. And then also on this fly we're going to be using cerise colored dubbing, just like we did in the Mike's Comet. So you start wrapping the dubbing on the hook, just go piece by piece, and put a little bit on, and then twist a little more onto your thread. You do want to leave a little bit of gap between the eye of the hook and the body so that you can add the feather. You're pretty much done with your body there, and you need to add about 3 wraps of your thread just to tie it in there. And you need to add the metal tinsel rib. You're just spiraling it over the body. And then, like all your other materials, you should put about 3 wraps of thread over the tinsel. And then the last thing you need to do is to prepare your mallard flank. What you want is you want to get a pretty good sized feather. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be splitting this feather. We're only going to use one half of it, one side of it basically. So I usually put the feather between my thumb and my forefinger, and I just pull on one side to pull the fibers off. There we have the one side of the feather that we're going to use, and basically I usually just cut the tip of the feather off so I have something to tie it in with. Just tie it in on the tip there. It's right in front of the body. And I leave the thread adjacent to the body, and I just wrap the feather right through the gap there. Just wrap it 3 or 4 times, really, and as long as I have feather fibers, I just keep wrapping it until I get toward the end of the feather. That looks pretty good. You need to tie off the end of the feather, and again wrap about 3 wraps of thread, 3 or 4 wraps of thread right around it to lock it in. And you need to take your scissors and cut off the end of the feather. Try not to cut the thread. Then you just need to add more thread and make it nice and solid. You wrap your whip finisher about 6 times. You can actually put head of the fly, not right behind the eye of the hook, but just right where you've wrapped your thread. And you're done. You just need to cut the end of the thread off and put in some head cement or some Sally Hansen's. And you're done.